Welcome, welcome, welcome to another day where you get to show off all your awesome skills, starting with flashcards. Here we go. Aw, shun, ow, aw, e, aw. There's two sounds now. I, e, aw, ooh, a, chur, I, ow, oh. Awesome start. Let's keep it going. And welcome, Super Scholars, to our last Wonderful Wednesday here in our video lessons. So for this last Wonderful Wednesday here on YouTube, we are going to kick off our day with spelling. So with spelling, we're going to look at one small, very important little clue that we can use to help us spell a long E sound correctly. We're going to be focusing on that clue with spelling, but also at the end, of course, work our reading powers and work our decoding detective skills. But before we get started with all of that, what's the first thing, of course, we have to do? Speed decoding, of course. We're going to see 5 words that all have the long E sound. You're going to spot the spelling and then correctly read the word. Are you ready? Here we go. My friends, E-Y says what sound? E, so the word is? Turkey. Like a bird, a turkey. Good job. Awesome. I-E makes what sound? E, so the word is? Chief. Someone who's a chief. Good job. Okay, this word's kind of tricky. Let's first look at the end. I-N-E. What sound does I-N-E make? Een. Remember, the I can sometimes say een. So with that ending, and this A is a schwa vowel. It's lazy. So what's the word? Sheen. Machine. This CH goes soft as well. Machine. That's a tricky word. All these letters are flipping their sounds. Okay, next one. I-E says what sound? E, so the word is? E, there's 2 E sounds. Believe. Believe. Good job. And last one. Again, I-N-E says what sound? Een. In this we're learning een. So what would this word be? Remember, A and R, they're going to be separate. You're going to hear 2 sounds. Marine. Do we remember what marine means? It has to do with the ocean. If something is related to marine, it's with the working your reading powers with speed decoding. Now let's check out our learning target for Wednesday. It says, I can spell words with I and E in the correct order. So the spelling clue we're going to be working with today is with I and E. We know those two letters make a vowel team that can say different sounds. But guess what? This vowel team of I-E can be mixed up, and we can switch the order of the vowels to spell a word differently. So we're going to learn a little clue today that's going to help us. When will our vowel team I-E be spelled the way we know? And when is it going to flip? Let's check it out. So the little clue we are going to learn, Super Scholars, is I before E except after C. Can you say that with me together? We have I before E except after C. So this is the clue that's going to help us with our spelling. Most likely, the most common spelling when we hear that E sound, and we know it's going to be spelled with I-E, most likely the vowel team is just going to be left as it is. I first, and then the E. Like in these words. My friends, we have I-E. It's saying the E sound. So the word is field. We've learned this word, field. Or, we just looked at this word. What was it? Believe. Believe. And here as well, I is first and the E is second, making that normal standard vowel team to say E. But sometimes that's not always the case. And we have a clue of when that might happen to flip those letters. I before E, except, that means not during this time, except after C. So not after C. If we see our trusty letter C, guess what? And we hear that E sound after, we're going to flip our letters, and now instead, that E sound is going to be spelled E-I instead. We still hear E-E, but because of this C, we flipped our vowel team, and now it's E-I saying the sound. So my friends, we see this C and then E-I. What sound is the C going to make if there's an E and an I right after it? It's going to make the soft sound. That's going to happen almost every time. So what would this word be? We know C is soft. E-I is saying the E sound. It's just flipped. So what would the word be? Ceiling. The ceiling that you have up above you. The ceiling. Good job. What about this word? Look, it's another example. We have a C in this word, but what's right after it? The vowel team? E-I. It got flipped because of this C, except after C. But this vowel team is still going to say E, E. What sound will the C make? The C and then E-I. What sound will the C make? into tricky words, which is so important when vowels and letters are changing their sounds, but we have to keep up. Okay, Super Scholars, can you say our rhyming clue one more time? It's really catchy and it might get stuck in your head. Can you say it with me? It says, I before E, except after C. One more time, on your own. It says, I before E, except after C. So when we're looking to spell our own words, we can remember this clue to spy it in a word, that when there's a C, we know something changes. Which is what we're going to practice right now in our workbook as the first part. But it's this or that before we can do anything, of course. So come on, stand up with me. And for our first this or that of Wednesday, I have one that I need you to use your imagination. So, Super Scholars, would you rather slide down a rainbow? If so, you're going to do 5 squats. Or would you rather go jump on the clouds? If so, you're going to do 5 lunges. So what would you pick? Sliding down a rainbow, jumping on the clouds. What do you think you would like? I know I would love jumping on the clouds. I've always thought about it. So I'm going to do 5 lunges. You got your pick? Okay, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Shake out those legs. Shake it, shake it. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Nice deep breath as you come back in your chair and we get ready to try out this spelling clue on our own. As you find, page 22. Page 22. My friends, on page 22, you're going to see 2 different sections. Right now, all together, we're just going to focus on this top section so we can practice our spelling skills. Okay, so can you get a nice sharp pencil out and bring your attention to number 1 on page 22. Okay, my friends, it's going to be up to us to figure out how to spell this long E sound in every word. Wherever we see this big gap, we know the word is missing an E sound. Then it's going to be up to us and our spelling clues. How is that going to be spelled? I-E or E-I. So let's see, number 1. Remember our clue. I before E, usually, except after C. So in number 1, how do you think we would spell that E sound? I-E. Because is there a C? Nope, there's no C. So we don't need to change anything. We're just going to use our vowel team, I-E. So my friends, what is this word? Believe. Good job. Okay, number 2. Let's see, we've got R-E-L blank F. There's a missing E sound. How are we going to spell it? What do you think? What'd you get? I-E. And why did we write I-E? Was there a C? Nope, so we didn't have to change anything. So what's the word? We've got relief. If you have relief, you're no longer scared or worried anymore. You're relieved. You're okay. Okay, awesome. Number 3. We have D-E-C There's a C. So what does that mean? We have to flip our vowel team and use E-I to spell our E sound. I before E, except after C, and we found a C. But what's the word? What do we got? D, deceive, deceive. If you deceive someone, you tricked them. Awesome. Okay, number four. So my friends, look, we have C, a blank E sound, and L-I-N-G. How are we going to spell this E sound? What do you think, detectives? E-I. And why did you get the reverse E-I? Because there was a C. There was our exception, our clue to switch our vowel team. We saw a C. So what's the word? E. Ceiling. We saw this word, the ceiling. Awesome. Okay, number 5. Let's see. We have S-H-E-L-D. How do you think we're going to spell this E sound for number 5? Just I-E, the regular way. Because did we have a C? No, we didn't. So we didn't have to change anything. We left our vowel team alone. But what's the word? We've got shield, something that blocks something else. A shield. Good job. Okay, very last one, number 6. Let's see. T-H-E-F. How are we going to spell that E sound? What do you think? We're going to leave our vowel team alone and just write I-E. Because there was no C. So what's the word? Can you decode it? Thief. Thief, someone who takes something that's not theirs. A thief. Awesome job, Super Scholars. So we were able to be spelling and decoding detectives all in here by remembering our clue. Can you say it with me? I before E, except after C. Okay. So now, my friends, that we've worked together, your job to do on your own to show me your reading powers is going to involve one of 2 stars. So let's take a look. Okay, to complete our wonderful Wednesday in spelling, you have options of 2 stars, and you're going to pick what will challenge yourself and let you do your best work. So my friends, for 1 star, you're going to just pause where you're at on the page, and in a video on Class Dojo, you're going to read the spelling words. So you're just going to read those words we spelled all together. That's all you're going to do if you're doing 1 star, so you can really focus on how to decode these words. That big space in the middle always is saying that E sound. So you can really make sure to see it when you're decoding. So for 1 star, you're pausing on page 22, and you're only going to read me the words up top. For 2 stars, my friends, we have this whole other section down below. So you are going to finish page 22 and read the sentences on the page. So the rest of page 22 asks you to go on a decoding detective scavenger hunt. You're going to need to circle the words that have the long E sound. Circle exactly what phonics friend is saying the long E sound, as well as underline where you see and read the long A sound. So you have to mark your detective skills. Circle the E sound and underline the A sound. That's going to happen. It will be your job with 2 stars. You'll finish page 22, marking up your sentences, and then on Class Dojo, you're going to read to me those sentences you just were looking at. My friends, either way, no matter what star you chose, you need to read nice and clearly to me and show your work. I want you to just flip your page around and show me that you completed your work with all your decoding markings. So no matter what, read to me and then flip your page around so I can see. Okay, Super Scholars, let's get going on our awesome Wednesday and use those